Advanced weapons used in the Afghanistan War. The use of cutting-edge weapons by all sides throughout the Afghanistan War was notable. We'll look at the top 5 cutting-edge weapons that influenced the battle in this video. 1. Drones, unmanned aerial vehicles, UAVs. Drones, or unmanned aerial vehicles, UAVs, became a technical marvel in the high-stakes arena of the Afghanistan War. Let's examine how the face of modern combat was altered by these silent sentinels. As the eyes in the sky, drones provided in-the-moment monitoring over large areas of Afghanistan. With its infrared sensors and high-definition cameras, they gave ground commanders vital information that allowed them to track enemy movements and evaluate threats with previously unheard-of precision. Drones, however, were not only eyewitnesses. They developed into independent deadly weapons. Equipped with Hellfire missiles and additional precise weaponry, they terrorized terrorists and militants who were concealed in the Afghan valleys and mountains. Skilled operators, frequently situated thousands of kilometers away, were responsible for controlling these drones remotely and precisely with each strike. Their actions disrupted hostile activities and saved many lives on the ground. Drones will continue to be used even after the Afghanistan War ends. They have permanently cemented their position as the silent defenders of the skies by changing the face of contemporary combat. 2. Precision-guided munitions. In the pandemonium of battle, accuracy is critical. Here come precision-guided weapons, the modern combat game-changers. Let's examine how, during the Afghanistan War, these cutting-edge weapons altered the battlefield. The accuracy of airstrikes in Afghanistan was enhanced with precision-guided weapons, like Hellfire missiles and Joint Direct Attack Weapons, JDAMs. These weapons, which were guided by laser or GPS systems, could hit targets precisely, reducing losses among civilians and collateral damage. The development of precision-guided weapons allowed us to target targets with unprecedented accuracy and precision. They reduced the risk to allied forces and adjacent people while enabling us to neutralize threats. In particular, JDAM bombs became as the preferred weapon of choice for coalition forces. With lethal accuracy, these smart bombs may be launched from great heights and guided to their targets by GPS systems installed on board. In the meantime, terrorists and rebels in Afghanistan came to hate Hellfire missiles. These missiles could follow moving targets and deliver devastating payloads with deadly accuracy when fired from airborne platforms or drones. Precision-guided weapons have left an enduring impact as the war in Afghanistan comes to an end. They have brought in an era where precision is paramount and permanently altered the equation of battle. 3. Armored vehicles. MRAP vehicles. Surviving in Afghanistan's harsh terrain frequently required more than just weaponry. Armored vehicles have become invaluable tools, shielding soldiers from the numerous threats they face on the battlefield. Let us examine their part in the dispute. For coalition soldiers, armored vehicles, like the mine-resistant ambush-protected MRAP vehicles, have come to represent both safety and survivability. These vehicles provided unmatched protection against small weapons fire and improvised explosive devices, IEDs. Thanks to their strengthened armor plating and V-shaped hulls designed to deflect explosive blasts, we thought we had a shot to defeat the threats that were out there as we rolled out in our MRAPs. They were our lifeline in enemy territory, enabling us to confidently confront the enemy and negotiate perilous roads. It is impossible to exaggerate the role armored vehicles played in the Afghanistan War. They gave soldiers operating in a difficult area a sense of security, allowing them to concentrate on their duties without always worrying about their safety. Even with the end of the Afghanistan War, armored car culture lives on. They served as more than simply machines. They were our soldiers' protectors, demonstrating the value of security in today's warfare. 4. Assault rifles and small arms. Under difficult conditions in Afghanistan, where fighting frequently takes place in close quarters, the assault rifle rose to prominence as the infantryman's most reliable ally. Let's examine how these tiny weapons have shaped the battlefield. For soldiers on the ground, assault rifles, such as the M4 carbine and AK-47 variations, were the main weaponry of choice. These weapons were dependable, lightweight, and adaptable, giving soldiers the firepower they required to confront enemy combatants in a range of situations. Your weapon is your lifeline when you're in the front lines. Whether I was taking out targets at long range or clearing buildings, the M4 never failed me. It resembled a larger version of who I am. Small guns and assault rifles had a significant impact on the Afghanistan war. They served as the foundation of infantry units, giving men the tools they needed to confidently complete their tasks and face the enemy. These small guns' legacy endures even as the Afghanistan war comes to an end. They were more than simply weapons of battle. They were soldiers' constant allies, giving them bravery and tenacity in the face of difficulty. 5. CounterIED Technologies. The improvised explosive device, IED, was one of the biggest hazards to coalition forces in Afghanistan's asymmetric combat. However, CounterIED technologies have arisen through creativity and ingenuity to lessen this threat. Let's examine how these developments shifted the balance of power against an unseen foe. By interfering with the signals required to detonate IEDs, electronic jamming devices have emerged as a vital line of defense against these lethal weapons. These gadgets saved countless lives by jamming cellular signals and radio frequencies, which prevented insurgents from remotely setting off explosives. Metal detectors and ground-penetrating radar have become essential instruments for locating hidden IEDs. With the use of these portable tools, soldiers could search an area for potential bombs and eliminate threats before they had a chance to cause damage. In Afghanistan, CounterIED technologies revolutionized the situation. They provided us with the advantage we required to keep one step ahead of the rebels, enabling us to neutralize their lethal traps and safeguard our comrades. The legacy of CounterIED devices continues to be a monument to human ingenuity and resiliency as the Afghanistan war draws to a close. They served as the silent defenders who turned the tide against a lethal and covert menace. We are reminded of the bravery and tenacity of people who battled against threats they could not have seen as we come to the end of our tour across the landscapes of Afghanistan. But this is not the end of our mission. By bringing their unsung stories to light, you can help us recognize their sacrifices. Please like, comment, and subscribe to our channel so that you can follow us on additional explorations of modern heroes. Let's work together to make sure their legacy endures.